You retired and you love the freedom. But maybe you're at the is this all there is stage of retirement. You want to contribute to the world, but you don't want an actual job. I mean, who would? I don't. The answer is a side hustle where you are the boss. You control what you do, how much you do it, and where you do it. I'm sharing so many side hustle opportunities in this video. I'll be shocked if you don't see something that piques your interest. Inc.com, an online business magazine, claims that the first type of side business I'm going to talk about can pay up to $300 per hour. Let's take a look. Inc.com was talking about the skilled trades. For instance, if you can build decks, do plumbing repairs, or you're an electrician, the skilled trades are predicted to be really in demand. And depending on your skill set and location, you could command up to $300 an hour for very specialized work. You could set yourself up as an independent contractor. But if you're like me and you can't build a deck, there are tons of other ways that you can become an independent contractor. That type of business has been profitable for many who have specialized skills and expertise in one field or industry. One idea I never see on the best side hustle list is doing expert reviews of articles. If you're an expert in your field, websites that publish articles will hire you to review them for accuracy and to add revisions if you see something that's needed or left out or an error. Industries such as medical and personal finance do this often. I do expert financial reviews for a major personal finance website, and it pays quite well. If you qualify for this type of work, look at job sites and don't overlook LinkedIn. It's crawling with editors who are looking for professional writers and reviewers for their articles. Every best side hustle list that I have ever looked at includes being a freelance writer. Now, I used to be a professional writer, and the pay for freelancers has gone down a lot over the past several decades, actually, unless you're very specialized. One reason is because of AI. It's doing what we call evergreen articles. Those are the ones that are popular all year round, such as, how do I raise my credit score in a hurry? Or what is the best credit card? I've done tons of these articles over the years. But one place to take a second look is the possibility of editing some of these articles or being a proofreader. Okay, here's a few more independent contractor ideas. Graphic designer, business coaching, like public speaking or leadership skills if you're a manager, a PR consultant, professional IT consulting, especially if you have a background in AI. And bookkeeping, if you're good with money for small businesses, is a very good niche. Now, let's jump into service businesses. So many ideas for that. Starting a service business can be lucrative, especially if you tap into a gift that you have or a passion that you have. For instance, let's say in retirement, you discover you love fixing things or putting shelves in the garage. You're very good at organizing garages. Consider starting a handyman service. You can be a generalist, like doing a variety of jobs that are needed, around someone's home or yard, or you can specialize. I recently found companies that specialize in changing light bulbs and high ceilings. In fact, I need someone to come and change the light bulb on my front porch because it has a ridiculously high ceiling, and there is no way I'm going up there. I also need to get my mailbox fixed. I could actually keep a handyman busy for a couple of months, I think. Another way to approach a home-related service business is to specialize in something unique. Years ago, when my daughter was in high school, she had a cheerleading coach who had a business painting kitchen cabinets and bookcases in a variety of faux finishes. And it made them look like a work of art. It did. She earned enough to pay for a swimming pool for her backyard. Do you like being outdoors? Landscaping and gardening has so much potential. A big idea is to offer a landscaping service, but of course that requires a lot of equipment. So you could kick it down a notch and specialize in certain things, such as creating flower beds or birding areas for people who love birds. I actually did that in my backyard because I love birds. I like to watch them. But if you want something less physical, here's an idea I got from my son's first grade teacher, Mrs. Roffing, in 2002, and it still is a good idea. She started a side hustle creating custom container gardens for porches and decks. She loved gardening and she was retired, but she could no longer physically dig in flower beds. But she found a way to make income from her passion. And I loved that idea so much, I've never forgotten it. What about teaching? If you love to teach, here's some ideas. Do you play an instrument or sing? You could teach piano or voice. Check with local schools and colleges who might have students seeking private instruction. Of course, you have to be pretty good to be able to do that at a higher level. You set your own schedule and limit students to a few or a lot. Plus, you're using your gift to benefit others. Pay can be excellent as well, but it depends on the instrument and on the level of the student. There are also music centers or academies that offer a place to teach, and you can meet students at that location. This is helpful if you don't want someone coming to your home, and I understand that. You can specialize in teaching middle schoolers or adults. I started guitar lessons after I retired 2 years ago, and I went to a music and arts center for private lessons. My instructor, unfortunately, just left, so I am looking for a new guitar teacher for private lessons in the North Atlanta area. So if that's you, let me know in the comments. Another teaching idea is to become an adjunct professor that specializes in what you did during your professional career. But you usually need a master's degree for that. But if you have a bachelor's, consider substitute teaching. A lot of my friends who taught in K through 12 stay active by subbing. They love being around the kids. Okay, I looked at a lot of lists, and so many lists say the same thing. For example, reselling online has been done to death, but I do like the basic idea. So here's one. If you like to hunt antiques, go to estate sales and then resell interesting finds on eBay. You could use that basic idea with just about anything. I knew a guy who made thousands a month buying women's lingerie cheaply, like sales, etc., and later reselling them for a profit. Whatever floats your boat, right? I keep an ongoing list of side hustle ideas because they pop into my head every day. I was self-employed for the majority of my career, so I have an entrepreneurial outlook on life. And if you have an idea and you need help brainstorming, please drop it in the comments. I am happy to offer some suggestions for you. And if you started a side hustle, share it with us. I'd love to hear success stories. Okay, real quick, 2 reminders. Self-employment laws and tax rules differ by state, so do some homework so you don't get into trouble with your new profitable business. And number 2, if you're under full retirement age and you collect Social Security, check out the video on the screen where I explain the earnings limit for 2026. It's really important to know how working impacts your benefits so you can protect it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.